Hey everyone, and I just wanted to start on this screen because I don't think we've seen this picture. A little backward shot of Crow, being all mysterious with his goons. So, as I'm sure you're used to by this point, I've had some time to think about the events of the last couple episodes, and I want to share my musings, my considerations, my thoughts. First of all, we've got the revelation of some sort of magical entity, a curse, a magical supernatural force that lingers in Erebonia, and that's why it's so very bad here. So much bloodshed. It's just terrible, apparently. And we just saw it as well. Take control of Crow and make him shoot a guy. And we'll talk about that in a bit. I don't think the revelation...
No.
Quiet, Rean. The revelation of a superpower like that helps the story much. We're too close to that. I can see where they're going. Alright. This is my crew right now. Well, I guess if I'm missing the other two, this is the crew. I can see where they're going. Alright. They have a nice villain. Right? It wraps up all the problems neatly when you can just punch a guy. Right? And so they've set up all this bad stuff, all this sneaking, all these plots and schemes. Oh, we could just solve it all if we just figure out how to punch this one guy hard enough. I am, like, 90% sure that's where Game 4 will go. I don't know, it takes something from it. When all these things are just because an evil plot, an evil magical force said so. Like now, like there's a lot, like, because we know next to nothing about this force at this point, everything, every questionable deed, every unconscionable act that any villain has committed now is suddenly, well, maybe it wasn't really them. Right? How much was Cayenne? How much of it was Osborn's plots? How much of it was the curse? It doesn't help the narrative. Like, I like it. I liked it when I like the idea that, like, these are all, human people making, ultimately, maybe without all the facts, but they make the choice. They're like, alright, here's what I think I'm going to get out of it. Here's what's going to have to do. I will choose to make that decision. I think we can get into the whole, like, well, what if they don't have all the facts? Is it how is the decision making? Whatever. They make their choices based on what they know, and we can judge them on what they're doing. Now, you suddenly throw a magic influencing brain curse into things. Well, maybe. Was it really them? Was it a curse? Who knows? So I don't think that's helping the narrative now. That's fine. Osborn and Rean finally had a talk. And it definitely seemed to play out like I expected. Osborn said no more or less than he planned to say. Rean certainly wasn't in any position to force an answer out of him. Whatever Osborn said was certainly because he meant to say it. Rean never really had him on the back foot. We had a chance to talk to the Emperor. I think, actually, the talk with the Emperor, I think, is almost more interesting than the Osborn talk. Because we learned that he was aware of kind of what's going on, and that with his awareness, he still chooses to back Osborn. Yet at the same time, he's hoping for Rean and the crew. Which has interesting implications about... or can have interesting implications about the nature of this curse. Right? I'm sorry you're going to be staring at the screen for a bit. It's hard to fully focus my thoughts and play at the same time. So my feeling on that is what is likely the case is that there is a theoretical way to stop the big bad. Obviously, it's not something so simple as, oh, if we just get enough tanks to shoot it. Right? There's a theoretical way to stop the big bad. And that they're ultimately trying to do that. This curse. They're trying to undo it, mitigate it, control it, stop it, something along those lines. And it requires certain deeds, which is why they're doing all the stuff they're doing. At the same time, Rean is like their either the main plan, the primary plan, or he's their long shot. I'm not sure which yet. Because a lot of this, what they're doing, involving Rean as they are, could really just be to set him up to ultimately stop the big horrible thing that's terrible. Right? Or it might just be there's a chance, no guarantee it'll succeed. And much like with how things went with having the 4th Armored Division close at hand, all the other stuff they're doing, that's their backup. Right? If Rean didn't stop the horrible dragon, backup plan. If Rean can't stop the evil curse, backup plan. We, of course, need to know more. But touching on that, we know the Emperor... I'm a little confused why he let himself get shot. Because he had this whole thing kind of like how he was gonna face what came, right? But in the very next scene, he was allowing himself to be taken out. I mean, I guess you could make the case that he was doing it to maybe save Ash in some manner. But if we've learned anything from this game, if Ash had flat out killed him, as the nature of these things go, while under mind control, he would have blamed himself and had to live with the guilt of killing someone and all that bad sort of stuff. Maybe. So the idea that he did it to stop the pain Ash was in? I don't know. Also, I mean, like, Emperor, you have a family, man. You could have let Osborn get shot. You knew it wouldn't have stopped Osborn. It could have been used for the excuse like you wanted to. And your family didn't have to be horribly sad at what happened. Like, there's no guarantee he was going to live, right? He's in critical condition. And while I'm fully confident the Emperor is totally going to live, from an in-setting perspective, there wasn't more. Yeah, so it's a little odd to me. But I kind of like the idea that the Emperor kind of reached out to Rean and kind of revealed what he did. Not only because of the possible plan for what they're using Rean for, but also because of... He kind of feels like he owes the kid. Right? Owes the guy. After all the things that he's done. Yeah. Yeah. Also, Osborn didn't seem to need the spies. They were a convenient tool, but it looked like he had plans regardless if Ash had shot anyone or not. Which I'd kind of suspected. Anyways, the final thing that I want to talk about is Rean won't talk about it. And that's bad. That's dumb at this point. In the moment, yes, the slide, but we had a flashback scene where Altina was even like, maybe Ash did it because of a magical effect on his mind. And Rean hasn't said a damn word about the whole thing. And that's awful. Ugh. Alright, so we got some stuff going forward. We're going to have this war happen. The fourth game is going to be about stopping this big bad, I'm sure. Decent chance that all the machinations of Osborn and the Emperor and everyone is all to stop an evil curse. That would be even worse. Oh, and there's an evil curse. So, like, yeah, it's a weird place to be in. A weird place to be in. And I'd take a lot of the threat of the danger more seriously. Again, well, this might be why the threat of the war falls completely flat for me, as well as the Emperor's effects. We've just had 4 chapters of the game doing its hardest to convince me there is no danger. Ouroboros isn't a threat. Even when you thought, oh, they're firing cannons! They actually got to fire them! Like, the first game had a big whole thing, like they had to stop the cannons from being fired, or they would have wrecked that town, the Crossbell. These guys got to fire those same kind of cannons, even stronger. They got to fire them for hours and did nothing, literally nothing with them. The war, as far as I'm concerned, the Civil War killed 2 people. 2 people got hurt, and only because some bad foreign Jaegers were paid to do things by a bad man, who may be curse-controlled for all I know. So, yeah, we're going into the final chapter here. Probably the worst of any of the... Like, this, I don't feel like there's any serious stakes going ahead. And it's not a good place to put your final chapter with. I'm trying to stop you. They didn't give us a warning, but Scrifty told them we were just cleaning things out. Alright, fair enough. After 2, of course, but I can't stop thinking about what happened with Ash. Like maybe someone drugged him or something? There's cases of strange drugs in Crossbell a couple years ago. See, again! Okay, Rean. Everyone's commenting about, oh man, this is really strange. Completely out of character for Ash. What could it mean? What could it be? Like, I'm going to ignore for the moment that no one's willing to take the position that maybe we didn't know Ash as we thought we did. I would like, you know, if a couple people bring that up, I'll be happy. But, you know, friendship, etc., JRPG. Things will go easy on Ash. Ash, don't you? Yes, of course! He's one of our irreplaceable... You say irreplaceable friends, but he's literally replacement Crow. Like, you've replaced Crow with Ash. He's the delinquent. He's got a troubled backstory. He had secrets and nefarious schemes in the background, and he shot someone in the high government. That's going to be the trigger for a war of some sort. He's totally replaceable.
Gotta restock?
Never know when you might want to trade things again, right?
Take care. Gotta restock?
Extra issue. I would like that, please.
Come again.
Yeah, let's go with the series first before we make any wild speculations. Mr. Rean, I leave the masked man to you. Masked man? How? Why are you bringing that up, Stark? That seems to have nothing to do with this. But again, like, all these people are speculating, I wonder what kind of Ash, and Rean is literally sitting on the answer. Not saying a damn thing, Rean! Shot an room in the celebration. The fact that the West was used by the coward doesn't bring to light the motivation, because you haven't established why he would want to help out Calvard. Adios. That led to the... There we go. He has unknown origins. Oh, yes. Of course, Hamill, giant secret. No one can talk about that. Possibility that he was born in Calvard can't be ruled out. The armed group restituted Calvard Special Forces. Could be. Of course, we shouldn't rush to conclusions. I'm just going to lay out all these things. It's clear this is attempted. Yeah, regardless of that, it was clearly an attempted assassination attempt. Martial law declared. For Calvard army attacks, likely after a hard lesson. Noble Alliance used the distraction of the attack on the Chancellor to occupy the capital then as well. Angelica's missing. Can't rule out the possibility she was taken by agents of the Republic. No, say what you will though. They're quite good to pin things. Like you can have very specific denials. That imply a lot of things. So we drawn up for a drawn out total war. Alright. Son of his hometown. I just can't make you go off without a trigger.
Did you need something?
I'll buy 30 more of those. Because I just have so many of these.
Take care.
All right. Let's go into the Deflinger. Oh yeah, we had a little do with Aurelia. It went well. We kicked her butt, but she survived us because we had to use a magic superpower. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. So, Osborne, maybe like McBurn, some sort of weird critter. So never stopped training. Where's fulfill her duty to the end? What does she mean by that? Okay.
I look forward to next time.
Sorry for you all, but whatever it is, please be careful. Don't worry, Class 790 will be okay no matter what. Ha ha ha! It's funny, because Crow died. So we know for a fact that your strong beliefs are completely false. You're strong. You're so strong. How is he being treated? Aside from them implicating him on things. But I have the feeling they're hiding something unsavory. It doesn't sound like they're torturing him or anything. I think now it needs time for a shower, though.
Oh, this is nice.
Pretty fishy. Did it? It seemed like the opposite of being fishy. It seemed very non-fishy. Just switch overnight. To be fair, the paper didn't say he was a Calvardian spy. It seemed like he was being controlled by something. So again, none of these people are willing to be like, maybe, like, she was like, I misjudged him. He's very hardworking. He just hates losing. She's not willing to make the case, maybe I misjudged him. And he is this kind of person. Deep down, he's oh, Tatiana. He's a monster. Even without an evil curse on him. He's a jerk. You'll be alright, Tatiana. We feel... Oh! Well, sadly... Remember how I talked about Ash is our replacement Crow? Everyone loving Ash is also replacement Crowness at work. Everyone was all like, oh! Just because Crow tried to kill the Chancellor in cold blood, start a war, bomb a civilian population center, etc., etc. Oh, and do all these things. Yeah, we found out they... a lot of things didn't really matter, but whatever. They were like, oh, he's a good guy. He really is. He's so good. I refuse to believe that Ash could have done something like this.
So many.
Magic droplets. This is token of my thanks. Ooh, Black Zamurian ore! Yeah. It's not like anyone can just take this magical super metal and do much with it. Got the weapon. Dr. Schmidt. Just can't imagine the Republic planning something like this. It's only natural to think that there are other forces at play. If there's someone who manipulated Ash, they cannot be forgiven. Humans would never ever do things like this. Humans are only good people. It must be something else. I think Ash is being manipulated just for that. Really pisses me off. I'll need more information. I wonder if Rean could share some information about things. Mind at least. That was just a bad dream, right? Nope, totally shot him. Definitely shot him. But either way, I'll just... Those should be together, stick together. Alright, well, we can still. Some people could still show doubts. Maybe eventually, but it could happen. I'll just welcome back with the best grub I ever got to offer.
What can I get you today? Give it a try. Come on, you've got good taste. Give it a try. You've got good taste. What can I get? Come again.
Alright, what in the world is going on? Don't get it at all. Whole speech. Why would Ash do something like that? Ash is the biggest fool in the Empire. But is everything they said true? Gotta be some kind of mistake, right, Kurt? He'd never do something like that, right? Right, I know he wouldn't. I mean, he would totally have just, like, take a man who's surrendering and harmless, and just go to town beating his face in with his fists. He'd do that, totally. And he's ruthless. We learned that back in, we learned he was very ruthless, apparently. Back when we went to his home, the gambling city. Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. Jay something? Keep believing him. We'll figure out the truth, no matter what it takes. Damn it, Ash! I owe you so much. You better not bail on me now. Believe in Ash. Wait, something else. Yes. Oh, this smacks of Crow 2.0. Raquel, sorry. Guess there was no J. We learned he was ruthless in defending the place before. Ash is too smart a guy to do something like this. Man, if he were going to plan to kill the Emperor, he'd make sure not to get caught. She has his own free will. Yes. What do you think, Rean? Do you think Ash would do this of his own free will? Anything you'd like to share with the class? Special ops, pretty bold move, considering we're on lockdown. I don't care. You know, that always makes me get tingly. What do those punks in the intelligence division think they are? Stealing. She was theirs first, to the extent that she's an object. Worried for Allie? Now I'm okay with them being worried about Allie. Go with this. And what of my homeland?
I'll take a look.
Read my notes.
This is wonderful.
Now drop this. Data for us. Ooh, emblem. Nice. A nice master quartz. Achievement unlocked. Instructor Rean Quartzer. Ah, Quartzer. Enough. Let's take a look at it. That was the emblem. Here we are. 3. Oh, interesting. 3% per second on the field. Stats up. Extra items dropped. That's not bad, actually. It's not bad, actually. can't believe Ash was a Hamel. No, really, we could have done something. No, you couldn't have. Must be a reason this happened. Ah. Like, again, these people are constantly like, there has to be a reason for it, when Rean sits on the reason. Everything begins there. I should have grown up. Agate. Check the camp. Those are just ordnance. Okay. Sheriff's we're going to deal with this. I don't know how much they can do here. The bracers try and stay out of the politics.
I'll help.
As much as they can.
Thanks. Yes. Thanks. I'll help. Thanks.
I gotta believe this. Something's not right. I've seen Ash in deep thoughts before, but didn't get the impression it had anything to do with Hamel. Something Harry could have done for him. No point getting caught up in the regret, though. We need to stay positive. Besides, I trust Ash. Ah. Also, I mean... like, well, Rean, perhaps, in one sense, has every reason to be like, yeah, by the way, I know about a magic curse that makes people do evil things to perpetuate war and violence in the country. On the other hand, it's literally the case of, oh yeah, the guy I trusted, and I thought was a friend, absolutely did the things. The bad things. He absolutely, of his own free will, totally sniped Osborn and shot him. And then, completely willingly, continued to go out in a magical night and attack the soldiers of the country. Searching toll. Yay, they're all conspiring against the government.
Thanks.
I guess I should trade this in.
You will. Have a look-see.
No weapon upgrades? Look like it.
You will.
Either way, I trust Ash. Like, I'm kind of curious, how much would Ash have to do? Or if they're like, maybe I was wrong about Ash. I'm kind of curious.
What should I enhance?
Just to have them.
Come again!
Oh, I realize I've gone on way too long this episode. Ha! My bad. Taking a break.